Hello and welcome back to Dateline 2099. Nah, I'm just messing with all you people. It is actually the year 2017. We're about to get to the middle of it at least. Now, I should preface this by introducing myself and explaining, sorry about that, what the heck I'm doing here. Now, I am Leo Moreno. That channel name is a dead giveaway, I know. But this is something new that I'm doing. See, I might have mentioned earlier in another video that I am in a mass communications course in college, and that I was probably going to upload something onto YouTube for this very occasion end-of-year course, semester course. And this is it. Now, things have gone wildly off the rails when it came to actually making this project. I didn't have the equipment, I couldn't get in touch with anyone, I had limited options, very limited, for people to choose from. I was swamped down with work from other classes that made it almost impossible to get to it until now, and the guy that I was going to work with to finish this when all else failed dropped contact with me for like a week or so until the final. So, yeah. This is my literal last resort on this, but I'm sure it will work out just fine. So, here we are. Now, I am doing an interview, but who is this interview with, you may ask, if I am in fact out of options? Well, you see my phones, there are phones watching this, my friends. The subject of the interview is myself. Say hello, myself. Yes, hello, and I am so happy to be here myself, let me tell you. It is such a wonderful day, night, whenever these interviews are taking place. The space-time continuum is confusing, but nevertheless, you are an awesome person, and you deserve to have more cake. That is so me. Alright, well, going on to this, I should say that as an interview, it is my prerogative duty to ask questions. I might have made that word up. Prerogative, that's probably not a word, but it is my duty to ask questions and it is your job to answer them. It is in fact my job to answer these questions because, as you are plainly aware of, this is an interview and I am the interviewee. So yes, I shall be answering some questions today. Okay, that just felt like stupid. Never mind. You're gonna edit that part out, right? Okay, I think you are. But yes, I am going to answer questions as per the interview process. Alright, glad you understand that. So, to kick things off, where do you live? Because I know no one's asking that, but we want to set a baseline here just to make sure you're telling the truth. And I should know if you're telling the truth, because I am you, of course. I live in beautiful, scenic San Antonio, in the lovely state of Texas, which is the biggest state. Don't let Alaska fool you. But yeah, I live here in Texas, and I also go to college. But you knew that, right? Because, you know, you're me. Yeah. But yeah, San Antonio. I live in San Antonio, right here. You do, in fact, live there. I can definitely say that. Alright, now that we've set that baseline, let's continue. So, you've mentioned that you've gone to college. What college are you studying at? I am currently studying at San Antonio College. It's a lovely college. I don't live on campus, though. That's kind of a bummer, but, you know, that'd just be more stuff for my tuition to pay with. San Antonio College, part of the Alamo Colleges. And yes, it is that. Alamo Colleges, San Antonio College. Apply today. Very, very interesting. Tell me, what degree plan are you going for in this college, if I may be so bold to ask this question? My degree plan currently is set to medical assisting. Huh. You know, that is an honest answer, but I'm not sure if I would have pegged that. Tell me. Tell me. How did you choose this career path, this major? I don't know if I'd say I chose this major, this degree plan, because, I don't know, my mom seems to be under the misconception that I have to have everything figured out right now at this exact minute, and she's really pushing me to get a job, like at a lot of different opportunities, but I know she just means the best. Like, she's not trying to disown me or anything like that. At least I hope not. She talks about crazy plans to go off the grid, but I don't know. It could just be the age. She's like 50. But yeah, there were a couple of different options that we got presented with. I think something that had to do with graduating high school. I don't remember what it was. It was an event. But there were a couple of different things there, and medical assisting seemed like it'd be a good venture to get into, especially because it's sort of like a gateway into medical technician, which is something else that I think I could get into with medical assisting knowledge. Huh. Yes, I do seem to be recalling that now that I think about it. Well, I know for one that you have a definite answer to this question. But I am curious, and I'm sure that our instructors watching this are curious as well. Do you have any possible career options that you'd like to explore outside of your current science college degree plan? Other career options I'm considering, I know one thing. I'm considering being a voice actor, mostly because I have just so much respect for acting and for animation, and that's kind of like the best of both of those worlds. Something else I might consider doing is to go into the dental field, or maybe optometry. Mostly I want to do something that doesn't involve too much hands-on things. Medical assisting's kind of like that, but you also get hands-on with M assisting. But like, you know, something that's not too hands-on, I guess, is where I'm trying to go at. Well, I must say that this is, in fact, an interesting thing to know about you as a person. And as you know, I am you, of course. I find this interesting. God, this is so self-centered, narcissistic, but whatever. We are talking about things. So, judging from that clock you have right there behind you, I'd say that we are running out of time. Unfortunately, this means we'll have to call this segment of the show to an end. I know, the show has to come to an end sometime. It's just, I kind of hoped I could share more. I had so much things that I needed to say, but I'm kind of glad I don't, because let's face it, this is turning into a disaster. I know, but trust me, we don't have a lot of time, and I need to get this up before certain dates pass by, and I utterly failed a class entirely. Well, that's it for this segment of a possible show that we're on. Before we go, I'd like to ask one last question. I guess we have time for one more question, yeah. Yeah, go ahead, shoot. Thank you for the opportunity. Can we expect more content from the future? Because I've noticed looking on your YouTube channel that you have a couple of videos before this. I don't know if we're gonna get more future content from me. I mean, we might. The website I watch cartoons on went down. I got an account for the other one, but I have to like rebuild an entire library of things that I lost. I don't know if we could have more in the way of content for me. We'll see. Maybe in a couple of, I don't know, time will only tell. But Yeah, thanks for that last question. I have to go. I'll see you. I'll see you. I see. Well, that does appear to be all the time we have. Join us in a couple of months or in a week. I don't know when the scheduling works, so I might see you whenever. Take care, everyone. Peace.